Okay, this is Allred again from New Wave Fitness, and I'm here with Craig Lewin of Busybody and Fitness Headquarters, and we're going to talk a little bit about an elliptical cardio piece, and today it's going to be the Q47. We spent some time on some strength training equipment, and obviously we need some equipment to go with that, and this is one of the most efficient ellipticals out on the marketplace. So tell us a little bit about the Q47, Craig, and really the benefit of it and what we can do on it that makes it, a special piece of equipment.
Yeah, I mean, these Octane ellipticals are phenomenal. They've really done a good job. The biggest thing with elliptical trainers in general is you've got to have good biomechanics. It's got to feel good. It's got to be smooth, because when somebody's on there, you want to stay on there and you want to be able to go and not have that excuse of, it kind of feels funny. And they really did a great job with this. A couple things Octane does better than anybody. The first thing is you've got very, very close pedal spacing. And so when you bring those pedals closer together, it alleviates any pressure in your hips. So that's a great thing. The second thing is the actual step-up height on the machine is extremely low too, which makes it very easy to get on and off, right? Because when you get here, boom, you're on, and that makes a big difference too. But the biggest thing with this machine, I would say, is that it's got an adjustable stride feature built in, where if you actually went from like a walk to a jog, and naturally your stride would get longer if you were outside. However, on this machine, the stride length automatically goes out. So when you increase your RPMs and go faster, the one thing you don't want to do is keep the stride the same, because it puts a lot of joint pressure. But with this, it'll stretch out automatically, so you'll go from 18 inches to 26 inches on the fly.
Which will change the muscle groups that you're working, from quads to calves to hamstrings and glutes, which will allow you to have some of that balance.
That's what makes a big difference. I mean, there's a couple of different things that you can really use the adjustable stride features for. One of them is I just want to isolate different muscle groups, right?
Yep.
So I have a shorter stride, maybe I do a little bit more glutes and hamstrings. I have a longer stride, and maybe I do a little bit more quadriceps. So that's something that really helps. The other thing is just, I'm 20 minutes in the workout. I got 5 minutes left. Man, I am fried, but guess what? You adjust that stride just even 1 degree, and now you can last longer, and you can last 5 minutes because the muscle groups changed, so now you're not so worn out, so that makes a huge difference as well.
And it's like going with strength training from one exercise to another, working different muscle groups. If you stay on the same muscle group, you're going to fatigue that, and you'll be done.
Yeah, and I think the other thing is boredom, right? I mean, we want to try to always change it up. I mean, that's what we always talk about, trying to spice it up, change it up. When you buy a machine like this, you're going to have it for 10 plus years. You've got to have that, variability in there to be able to change it up, to give you different stride lengths and different muscle groups. I mean, and what's really cool too with this, and talking about changing it up, is Octane even takes it a step further. And if you can zoom in here just to show you on this little area here, this is a cross-circuit kit is what this is called, or cross-circuit training. And basically the way this works with your cross-circuit stuff is you can get on this machine, you can choose a cross-circuit program. It'll actually have you not just doing cardio, but it'll also have you doing your cross-circuit training with these bands. So you'll get on the machine and do your cardio for 2 minutes. The machine will beep at you and say, okay, get off, and now you're going to come over here, and for, let's say, depending on how you set it up at the beginning, for 30 seconds, for 2 minutes, you're going to do curls. You're going to do a shoulder press. You're going to do squats. I mean, there's a reason I got legs that were this big, and it was because of this Octane elliptical. So, no, but it really is. It makes a huge difference in changing it up.
Definitely. And it gives you that ability to modify. So if you're focusing on cardio, from interval training to long duration training, to combining your strength training with your cardio, if you don't have a lot of time, there's a lot of versatility with this Octane equipment.
Yeah, there really is, and the other thing too is you have a personal trainer built into it. Like if there isn't enough, it'll tell you, on there, it'll light up and it'll say squat down, push your arms, pull your arms. If you look at this, and if I hit this X mode button right here, what'll happen is it'll actually start to spin. It'll land on here. It'll say, okay, go fast, and for pull arms and go fast. And what happens is for that 30 seconds that I'm doing it, I have to pull my arms and go fast, and then it might land on squat or go backwards. So when you're on this machine, just to show you guys, you're here, right? And the machine is all of a sudden saying, okay, now squat down and do lower body only. Well, all of a sudden, I'm here. A lot of people don't even know that you can squat like this on a machine.
Absolutely.
But these guys designed it in a way that you can do those things. So it's just an absolute genius product.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times when it comes to cardio equipment, you hear a lot of people talk about, it gets boring. It's I don't want to do it for 30, 40 minutes. But when you have an equipment like this that you can choose different programs where you're, engaged, that time seems to go by much more efficiently. And, you can do the cross training here. It's telling you what to do, and you can even have a nice little TV where, Craig's, talking to you. So. But yeah, this is a great piece of equipment. And again, the cardio equipment, all this equipment you can come in and try and see for yourself at one of the stores, Busybody stores here in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. And again, they can go to
busybodytx.com and they can see all the different stuff. Octane specifically, and then fitnessheadquarters.com as well, just to check out some other equipment too.
Exactly. So that's the Octane. Just giving y'all some more options to learn a little bit more about what home fitness equipment's all about, and we'll bring some more equipment to you next month, and look forward to doing that. Thanks.